Hey guys, this is kind of a quick follow-up video to the review that we did on these two hopper cars. Of course, the green car you see here is the Intermountain 4750 covered hopper, and on the right is the gray car here is the Tangent Scale Models version of that same hopper. And we kind of had a request to kind of take a little closer look and compare these two models. Now, I can already tell you right now there's going to be some stuff that's omitted on the Intermountain car that's on this Tangent car. So we'll just go ahead and start with the brake area right here with all the plumbing. So just real quick, you can kind of see, and I'm going to have to be careful how I handle this green car because it's got a damaged chute on it that I just glued back on. So I need to be careful I don't beat it up too much. So, and I'm going to move this guy out of the way right there to get a better shot. Now, you know what? I'll just set those up there like so. We'll tilt the camera up, or you can kind of get a look at the two different cars here. From this angle, it looks pretty similar. There's a lot of piping runs down through here, out of the brake cylinder over into the brake valve here, which is pretty similar to how the, and I'll zoom in where you can see that better, pretty similar to the gray Tangent car here. Maybe just a little more detail right here in this area, right here. But both cars look good. I'd say it's pretty close to being the same. Like I said, there may be some very minor differences between the two cars, but both of them look really good. I mean, I got no complaints here. Of course, you can see right here, as I mentioned in the review, the Tangent car has this coupler uncoupling lever right here, and if we zoom out just a little bit, you notice the Intermountain car, I'll turn it just a little bit where you can see that better, does not have an uncoupling lever right there. So that's one of the details that is omitted from this car right there. So just one difference right there. Both cars have etched metal top walkways right here, as you can see. Etched metal walkway here on the Tangent car, etched metal walkway on the Intermountain car. You got freestanding grab irons right here. The grab iron on the Intermountain car is a little thicker than the one on the Tangent car, and I'll swap those around where you can kind of see the difference right there. So yeah, right there. That's good angle right there. So yeah, you can kind of see the grab iron right here is a little bit thinner than on the Intermountain cars. So so this car here is probably more to scale as far as grab irons are concerned on the Tangent car than they are on the Intermountain car. Of course, we'll come down the side. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this Intermountain car on top of its box here, so we can get a better look. And don't mind the mess. I'm working on a locomotive right now that's having some gear issues. So that, by the way, just FYI, that's the Proto 1000 area built B unit. That's got some issues on it. I'm going to try and back that up where we can see that a little better. Now, this is kind of not a real good vantage point, but it kind of gives you a look at the overall car here. Really, from this distance, both cars look pretty good. Level of decaling is pretty similar on the two cars. Being that this is this Intermountain car, being that this is in the BN Cascade Green scheme, the data decals won't be exactly the same on the two cars anyway, even on the prototypes. So You may have to decipher the prototype photos for each of these cars to see which one's the closer one. So right now we're just kind of going over some of the little main differences and similarities between the two cars. You can see the chutes right here on the bottom. Of course, the center one I just glued back on. So like I said, I need to be careful with that. Right now it looks like it's holding pretty good. So those look pretty good right now. You might can see I got a little careless with the glue right there. So, but that's okay. It looks like it's holding all right. So, so there's that. Of course, you notice the chutes on the gray car is a little different. Now, let me zoom in on that where you can see that better. So you can see the chutes on the gray Frisco car is a little bit different right here as opposed to the chutes on the gray on the green car. That may just be a difference in Intermountain's tooling versus the tangent scale models. So I can't say for sure if that's 100% to scale or not on the Intermountain car. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it is, because the chutes may vary depending on the car. So, or depending on the road name, I mean. So, but level of decaling down here is pretty similar. You can see right there. And again, I got some fingerprints going on right there, so I'll have to kind of wipe that car down. So that's not a problem with the car. That's just my greasy fingers handling it after I glued it. So no worries about that. I'll wipe it down. So, but shoot, like I said, level decaling is pretty much the same on both cars on the bottom here. So that all looks good right there. Now, one thing that you will notice that the Tangent car has that the Intermountain car doesn't have is functioning bearing caps. You see them rolling right there. That's a really nice touch. I really like that with these cars. Now, obviously, you can see up here on top. We'll move it back and forth, and you can obviously see that the bearing caps do not spin on this car. So no spinning bearing caps on this car. Now, I kind of rushed the review, so I know I promised I would get around to the trucks on both cars. I did take a peek at this Intermountain car. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention, didn't have the camera turned, but I did take a peek at this Intermountain car to see what kind of trucks it had. Unfortunately, my fears are kind of confirmed that this car has the multi-piece trucks on there. As I mentioned in the review video, I am not a big fan of those trucks, especially if you want to change the wheels out. Because the last one I had, well, the truck fell apart and I couldn't put it back together. So I had to put different trucks underneath of it. So yeah, I think these wheels are metal. If they are, I can leave it alone. I don't have to worry about messing with it. But that is kind of a fear I have with these trucks. I don't know, and plus I don't know how well they're going to hold up. My hope is they'll hold up just fine as long as I don't have to mess with them or anything like that. Changing the wheels wise. If it gets to the point where I change the wheels, I may just take out the trucks and put do like I did with the other car, put Athearn Genesis trucks underneath of it. So yeah, that may be something that may come in the future. So anyway, we'll come down here again. As I mentioned before, decaling looks really good here. So we'll go ahead and spin them around here. And like I said, again, I need to be careful because I just glued that part back on the bottom. So, okay, there's the other side right there. Again, everything looks really nice right here. Looks really good. Again, truck detail looks very nice. I'll zoom in on the Intermountain trucks where you can kind of get a look in, but that's what I'm And when I flip it over, well, here, I'll just flip it over right now where you can see it. So right there is what the underside of the Intermountain truck. Now, as I mentioned before, this is actually a multi-piece truck side frame right here. This center section can actually come off. Or the side frames of the truck can actually come off, and the truck can actually come apart in pieces. Like I said, not a big fan of these trucks, but it is what it is. And like I said, from looks, it's got metal wheels, so I may not have to worry about may not have to worry about changing the wheels. So that's always a good thing. So while we're at, let's go ahead and flip this guy over on its side, where you guys can kind of get a look at the underbody here. So there's the underbody on the gray Frisco car. You see the nice piping right here. Unfortunately, I can't get it all in one shot where you can see it good. But you can obviously see right here, there's no underbody detail except for the separately applied chutes right here. It's basically just one solid frame right here. Whereas this car here has some of the nice detail. You can kind of see the little, you can kind of see the piping running down the center right there, which is very, very nice. I like that. And like I said, nothing wrong with the green car. I'll tilt it up where you can see that. You can see right there, it's just a solid frame. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of cuts down on the number of spare parts, so that's a good thing actually. So don't have to worry about breaking stuff off near as much. So anyway, so we'll go ahead and flip these cars back over on their wheels, and we'll go over here to this other end right quick. So just bear with me just a second while I do this. So right there, I'll tilt that around here. So that's the brake end. We need to turn it around and go to the other end where you can see that. So right here is the what we call the A end. And again, this end here looks pretty similar. I'll zoom in where you can see it. Maybe a little difficult to see because this part's painted black, but there is a little brake hose running off right there on the inside. So yeah, you can kind of see it come out right there. I'll point to it so you can kind of see it. Whoops. Gotta watch what I'm doing. You can kind of see it coming out right there. And it kind of comes out right there and comes down. Again, with the green car, you can see it a little bit better. Comes out right here. Comes down right there where the brake hose is at. And the brake hose is painted in the body color. Again, not really worried about that part. Whether it's painted in the body color or painted the standard black like a real air hose is. Some people may look at that and frown on that, but me personally, I'm not that worried about it. So anyway, you got your etched metal platforms right here on both cars. Looks good. They look very nice. Of course, you can clearly see right here the coupler uncut lever right here, and the fact that this car here does not have one, meaning the Intermountain car. So the Tangent car has coupler uncut lever. Intermountain car does not. So we'll turn it around. And again, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm kind of doing this one-handed, so we'll zoom out on that guy right there where you can kind of get a look at it. Again, freestanding grab irons right here, your etched metal platforms right here. So, and that grab iron there is also kind of bent a little bit, so That's kind of an uh-oh right there, but not a big one. In fact, the ones in real life take a pretty good beating anyway, so again, not terribly worried about that. So anyway, with that being said, we'll come over here to the ladders right here. We'll look at them. And you can see on the tangent car right here, the ladders have nice, more scale-appropriate grab arms right here. Looks very good. Intermountain cars are okay. Theirs are a little chunkier than the tangent cars, a little thicker. Of course, it's kind of good news, bad news. Bad news is they're not to scale. The good news is they resist a little more handling. So it's kind of pick your poison. Give up a little bit of realism for durability, or give up some durability for realism. So, like I said, just kind of pick your poison. So, but you know, my personal opinion, both cars look fine. So, we'll come over here and excuse my hands for being in the way, and we'll slide the camera over here where you can kind of get a look at that. I'll let you guys get a look at those right there. And again, you can see clearly more scale appropriate handrails, a little chunkier here on this side. So, you know, like I said, not a big deal. Looks good. And just for purposes, we'll go back to this side. Let you look there on that side. Yeah, it looks good. You can't see, whoops, sorry, you can't see it right there, but the step is there. It's just because it's painted black, it's a little hard to see, but everything is there. There's nothing broke on this car, neither on the Intermountain car either, aside from the bottom hatch just glued back on in the middle. So that's really the only thing I had to repair on this car. But yeah, they'll kind of take a look at the differences between the two cars. I kind of went a little bit long, but I kind of wanted to kind of be a little more thorough with it. So yeah, both are good cars. But if I had to say which one was more detailed and probably more scale appropriate, I would definitely have to say the tangent car definitely wins out on that. So I'll line them up side by side for a portrait where you can get a look at them. But yeah, like I said, for scale appearance, tangent definitely wins out. Intermountain car's good car. It has its quirks, but I like it. It's a good solid car. It should resist some handling pretty good with a little chunkier details on it. But yeah, I'll just leave it up to you guys. Now that you kind of got a closer look at them, see which ones you think are the better cars. So, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys on down the road. So take care, everybody. Bye for now.